It's Saturday, which means it's time for the latest FOC video powered by my local comic shop, Comic Central. Guys, I'm Mike Spider Slayer. Welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. If you love daily comic book content, you like me helping you make decisions of what comic books to buy, and you've been watching for a while and you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do so now. So yes, this is the weekly series where I highlight the latest, the greatest, the newest, the hottest comic books getting ready to hit store shelves very, very soon. In fact, about a month from now. So if there's anything on this list that I showcase here today that interests you, make sure you jot it down. Make sure you let your comic shop know and you put it on that FOC. Or if you order your books online, you can do the same thing there as well. So with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and let's get started with this week's FOC. All right, guys, this is a stacked FOC once again, and about a month from now, we got DCKO, and I just got word that we got the first round matchup. So guys, stay tuned later today, Sunday evening, as I will have my first round predictions for the DCKO. Super excited to bring that to you. Sorry, this video is late. I didn't get this email till later, so apologize about that. But yes, DCKO is right around the corner, guys. Make sure you fill out your brackets, as my channel will have the continued coverage of the tournament. Who will win? Who will lose? Dude, I totally cannot wait. There's so many variant covers for this as well. But nevertheless, it's going to be a totally fun event. That's a cool one with all the characters on there. Then we have the Justice League Omega Act Special 1 one-shot. This is a prelude to this whole DCKO event on how it happened. It also has some gorgeous variants as well when it comes to this one. And I think it does have to deal a lot with the Time Trapper. Batman issue 2 is the next book that we're talking about. I loved issue 1. I can't wait to see what issue 2 has to offer. I just love that Jorge Jimenez artwork. We got to see all the gadgets that Batman has. We get to see Tim Drake Robin in this series. And I hope he has a more prominent role in this series, as Chip Zdarsky had him in this series and then he just like fell off. So let's hope that he is in the book more. Tell me your guys' thoughts on Batman issue 1. All right, then we have Gotham Academy first year. So when it comes to this book, it is a book that has to do with, I guess it's a prequel book of Gotham Academy. That's what it said. So that could be kind of fun. And then we have Absolute Evil one-shot. This is issue 1. So it has all the absolute villains in here, I guess, working together, because now we have all these heroes. And so I guess why not? Because you're going to have villains go against heroes. I guess that's what superhero comic books are, right? So we're going to have these guys do a plan. I guess have a plan in place to stop these guys. I'm not 100% sure, but hey, sure, why not? And then we have Absolute Green Lantern. This is issue 7. Al Ewing writes this book. It's what you can expect from an Al Ewing book. It's pretty way out there, but it is a solid book. And I love how we're slowly introducing the emotional spectrum in this world. And then we have Absolute Superman. This is issue 12. Last issue, really good, as we get to see them trying to break down Superman to obviously join Ra's. Really nice variant covers here as well. Then we have Adventures of Superman, Book of L. This is issue 2 of 12. Not necessarily my cup of tea. I didn't read Philip Kennedy Johnson's War World, so I kind of felt a little bit out of place with this comic book. So this will probably be the one Superman book I pass. Then we have Birds of Prey. This is issue 26. Another series that I'm not currently reading, but I do hear good things about it, as it has improved since it's been out. And it's Kelly Thompson writing it. Then we have Poison Ivy, issue 37. So it looks like in this issue, we're going to get Batman, who is going to confront Ivy, and he's not happy with what she's doing right now. Some obviously some gorgeous covers when it comes to this comic book. It doesn't disappoint. And then we move on to those indie gems, and we got Harley Quinn and Elvira. So, you know, we're getting ready for Halloween time, and we're getting more and more spooky books that are coming out. So, of course, what's Halloween without Elvira, right? So, really cool there. If you love these two characters, you're going to love them together. Ice Cream Man, the Mortal Coil Shuffle card set special. So we've been getting a lot of like cards lately. Invincible, Superman. Well, guess what? Ice Cream Man has his own card set now. So if you want that, go ahead and order it. Then we have G.I. Joe Cold Slither One Shot. Yeah, that's kind of cool as we get to see I guess it's our Dreadnoks here as a band. So I guess they did play in a band back in the show. Am I right? Then we have Arthur Immortal. This is issue 1. It's about an author, and this kid. And this author goes missing, and this kid finds out that he gets integrated in his favorite author's fantasy book. So it's like more like a fantasy style of story. Gunpowder, Prophet's Death, Texas, issue 1 of 5. So this one's done by Mad Cave. Didn't really go into too much detail about this one, but it looks like it could be a little bit more of a scarier book, I guess. This Avowed, issue 1 of 5 is the next book we're talking about. This one is from Massive. So there we get that book right there. Probably something I might not check out. Then we have Exquisite Corpses reprints. So if you guys like collecting all those, check them out. Then we move on to Marvel. We have Binary issue 1. This is the Age of Revelation, as Binary has the power of the Phoenix here. So remember, all these stories that are coming out are taking place 10 years into the future. So a lot of things have changed for our X characters. So nice covers there. That's pretty cool. And then we have X-Men issue 1. Amazing X-Men issue 1. So I guess this is going to represent maybe the flagship title, right? So definitely your fair share of variants when it comes to all these titles. And I would say this is Marvel's answer to DCKO, as this is coming out at the same time. Then we have Laura Kenny Sabretooth. This is issue 1. I am interested in this one. Why does she join like Sabretooth's clan or whatnot? Why does she flip? I am so curious to read that story. This could be a lot of fun right here. Great covers. World of Revelation, issue 1. I'm just going to kind of breeze through these because I don't even know the difference between the two. I think one is the main book, or just kind of how it kicks the story off. And then we get another book that's like a anthology book. So that's a cool apocalypse book. And then we have X-Men Book of Revelation. So I guess this is probably the main one. I don't know. There's so many of them. There's so many variants, and they're so confusing. I don't know. And then we have Daredevil. Why does it show a Daredevil thing? I don't know. Long Shots, issue 1. So this is more of like a tournament style of book, because you got Mojo in this book, and he has so many superheroes here, and obviously he's putting them on TV and they're fighting each other. So I would think that that's kind of like the closest thing to the DCKO event that we're going to get. All right. And then we have more variants for that. And then we have Marvel Knights Punisher. This is issue 1. This one's written by Jimmy Palmiotti. So, yeah, if you want to check out more Marvel Knights stuff, check this out. I might give it a go. We'll see what happens. I'm a little hesitant about it, just because I had no idea what the Marvel Knights Black Panther was, and I just dropped that. Then we have Marvel Black, White, and Blood and Guts, issue 1. So we got that. Again, getting ready for Halloween time. So if you like these horror books, anthology books, bloody books, I mean, all that stuff, right? This is going to be that book for you. It's a kind of cool cover right there. Then we have Imperial War, Imperial Guards, issue 1. I'm not getting any of these, unfortunately. Just too many other books coming out for October. So there's going to have to be books I will pass on. Return to Planet Hulk, issue 1. Didn't we get a Return to Planet Hulk? Didn't this happen before? I'm not sure. I mean, we got Planet Hulk. Now he's going back to the planet, and hopefully it's going to be a solid story. So yeah, there's that if you're excited. Then we got Strange Tales issue 1. So I guess this is another book about Scarlet Witch, maybe? Not 100% sure. Didn't look too much into that one. Spider-Man 94, this is issue 2. I know some people were like, either liked this or they didn't like it. I liked it. I didn't think it met my expectation like I thought it was going to, because I'm not a huge like Moreland fan, but I'm going to continue to read it. It does have that vibe to it, and hopefully the story does improve. Then we have Spider-Man and Wolverine. This is issue 6. Great cover there by Kari Andrews. I'm looking forward to the continuation of that story. It's completely action-packed. We got the Muppets variant. Punisher Red Band and Red Band number 2 polybagged. So we have that book that's coming out. The first issue comes out this comic book week. It's written by Benjamin Percy. I'm definitely going to read the entirety of this series just because I know Benjamin Percy's writing and I really enjoy it. All right, last few indie gems here. We got Hello Halloween issue 1. This is an anthology book that has horror stories. So cool variant covers there. That's cool. All right, and then, oh, nice Jenny Frison cover right there. Then we have Dungeons and Dragons, the Fallback series, issue 1. So I guess this one is from Dark Horse, and I think it might take place maybe from the movie. I'm not 100% sure. I never saw the actual movie, so let me know in the comments below if it is from the movie or is it just from the game itself. And then we have 30 Days of Night Falling Sun. This is issue 1. That's creepy. I'm going to have to check that one out. That's from IDW. And then we have Murder Podcast. This is issue 2. Look at that cover, man. That's sick. That's just gore at its finest right there. Definitely going to check that one out as well. And then we have Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue 1. This is based off of the movie franchise from Nickelodeon. So we have that one also. So what do you think, guys? Was there anything on that list? I mean, there's been some good books lately between DCKO and all these blind bags and all this stuff getting ready to hit the store shelves. There's got to be something on this week's list that you are checking out. And of course, guys, if you love the content, I'll leave you more content right here for you to click on and watch. And as always, guys, support those local comic shops. Keep buying, keep collecting, but always read your comics so we can have a great comic conversation. Guys, thank you so much for watching and enjoy your weekend.